comprehensive guide showing you how to do all 22 side Easter eggs on Citadelle Day More. From having a giant chest piece protector, becoming a Rat King, and how to obtain 10,000 free points. This guide is brought to you by PC Game Pass, but more on that later. We'll start with the first of multiple free perk Easter eggs, with Mr. Peaks himself handing us a free perk. To activate this free perk Easter egg, you need to shoot Mr. Peaks in 3 locations on the map in a specific order. The first location is going to be in the courtyard room with the elemental pop perk machine, and if you look through this right window and walk forwards, you will notice that Mr. Peaks will come into view floating in midair. If you look outside the building, you'll see that he isn't there and is only visible when looking through this window. If you walk up forwards enough and shoot through the window, you'll hear a giggling sound effect confirming you shot Mr. Peaks correctly, and you can move on to his second location. The second Mr. Peaks location is going to take you to the barn on the nature path, and you'll be looking through this crack in the wall here, where up towards the castle through a sniper scope you can very easily see Mr. Peaks dancing to the side of the wall. If you hear giggling sound effect, that's confirmation you've hit the second one. And the third and final location could be found in the dining hall if you take this staircase to the left of the entrance and hug the corner here using a sniper scope. You're able to look up to this castle window and see a little purple light where in a scope you can see Mr. Peaks dancing. Due to how far away he is, when you hit this one you won't hear a sound effect. Once all 3 have been shot in that order, make your way down to the dungeon, and right next to the ammo wall buy in this cell you'll see Mr. Peaks bunny sat on a bed. If you go ahead and shoot this one, he will giggle, disappear, and give you a free random perk. If playing in co-op, everyone will get a free perk, and once you memorize these spots in the order, you can quickly do this every game after enabling Pack-a-Punch to quickly get a free perk early on. Now you may have noticed that the PhD flopper perk machine doesn't exist on this map, but you can get the perk for absolutely free as well as some free points through a bartending minigame Easter egg. To activate this, there are going to be 3 bottles around the map that you want to interact with in any order, starting with one under this table in the Undercroft, another being on the bottom of this shelf in the Stamina Up room, and the third being next to this couch in the dining hall under this table. Once you've picked up all 3, you want to make sure that you're at the start of a round where you have no vermin or parasites active on the round. I'll explain in a moment. Make your way into the tavern and interact with this tray, which will then activate the bartending Easter egg, where zombies are going to come up to the bar and request a drink that's either red, green, or blue. What you need to do is match the requests of each zombie that comes up to the table by picking up the corresponding colored drink. During this process, zombies will not attack you, but if at any point you walk out of the bar, you will immediately fail this side Easter egg and you won't be able to repeat it. If you have any vermin or parasites left as part of that round zombie hordes, they will simply ignore you and walk away from the tavern, making you unable to get any more zombie spawns and failing this minigame. If you also take too long to serve the zombies the drinks that are standing waiting at the bar, they can become angry, and if you fail to give them their drink after that point, there is also a chance you can fail. For every successful drink you deliver, you'll be given 100 points. Occasionally, you will also be given 500 points. After around 3 or so minutes, the minigame will finish, and if done successfully, your character will automatically drink the PhD flopper perk, and you will have also gained thousands of free points, where at the start I had 5,000 points and I ended it with 13,000. But there is still one more guaranteed free random perk Easter egg, as this can only be done near the end of the main Easter egg once you've acquired all 4 elemental swords, all 4 incantations, and revealed the secret wall in the Undercroft with Melee Macchiato, and inputting the tavern codes to place the pages on the book. Once you're at this step, if you pick up an incantation and use it on the symbol wall in the Undercroft, it will light up one of 4 rows of symbols. If you use all 4 of the incantations on that 4th incantation, it will put you in a lockdown in the Undercroft, where you will need to survive a 3-phase zombie lockdown, where in between each phase there will be a short break before zombies will start respawning. And this isn't particularly difficult, as you won't have any specials or elites during this, just normal zombies. And once you've finished the final phase, to the left of this door, a random perk cam will spawn along with all 4 ammo mods. Now, when doing this in solo, this is all your rewards are going to be, but in co-op, there is a chance this can will spawn in a different location in the room, as well as drop ray guns, Pack-a-Punch crystals, and legendary ether tools. This next side Easter egg allows you to become the Rat King, wearing a visible crown for the rest of the game, and giving you some free loot, including points, a random perk can, and higher rarity weapons. Around the map, there are 10 locations where you'll find a secret rat that if you go up to, you will scare. You can find these in no particular order, but the first one can be found in the spawn room right underneath this flower pot. The second can be found on the nature path on this circular mound to the left of Deadshot Daiquiri. Third can be found to the right of the spawn room. underneath this vehicle. Fourth can be found just to the side of the cannon, underneath this broken wooden step. Fifth can be found to the right of the staircase in the castle, underneath this set of 2 chairs here. Sixth can be found in the dining hall, under this wooden pallet opposite the ammo box. A seventh can be found in the sitting rooms, underneath this small table here. An eighth can be found in the alchemical lab, underneath this table behind the stone tablet. Ninth can be found in the undercroft against this wall here. And the final one can be found in the dungeon in this jail cell where you'll find a dormant zombie in. Once you've scared all 10, if you make your way to the Pack-a-Punch room, you'll notice in the corner that all of the rats will be huddled around a circular plate. So now we've got to find something to place on this plate. And in the spawn room, if you shoot these set of windows, you'll be able to pick up a wheel of cheese. Take that wheel of cheese back to the Pack-a-Punch room and place it on the plate. The rats will munch away at the cheese, revealing a random set of rewards such as points, ammo mods, free perks, weapons. But on that plate will be a golden crown that if you go into third person, you'll be able to see on top of your head, and it will remain on there for the rest of the game. And this is even reflected when you're using a mutant injection. The next side Easter egg spawns in a giant knight chest piece that acts as a personal protector, taking out zombies. In order to start this Easter egg, you're going to be looking for a chest piece that can spawn in 4 locations around the map. The first possible location is upstairs above Juggernog on this table in this tunnel right here. Another location can be found on the shelves in the tavern cellar right here. The third can be found on this table in the elemental pop perk machine room to the side of the castle entrance. And the fourth location can be found on this table in the dungeon. Once you've picked up this chest piece, make your way to the sitting rooms and place it down on this chessboard on this table. You'll then notice it will be floating and start a small soul box where you'll need to stand within the circle and take out zombies that are within that purple circle. Once you've collected enough souls, the knight chest piece protector will automatically spawn and it will follow you all around the map, stomping down on zombies' heads. Every time it takes out a zombie, it will be reflected as a guardian kill on the kill feed, and the protector will last for a few minutes in the game. Potentially a very good idea to do before going into the main boss fight. This next Easter egg allows you to unlock a new fast travel, but it's also hiding a very cruel secret. When you're first opening up the map and cranking the cannon to then fire it at the castle doors to unlock the doors, if you pay close attention, you'll notice that the crank itself will fly off the handle and go towards the spawn room. If you return to the spawn room and head all the way to the back middle, nestled in one of these fruit boxes will be that crank. You'll be able to pick that up and then head into the dining hall, and in the bottom right of the room underneath Vulturade, next to this spotlight and jerry can, you'll notice that there is a blowtorch part that you'll be able to pick up. With both of these items, if you interact with the original crank, you'll be able to place it back down and you'll get a new prompt to crank to rotate the cannon. This will allow you to change its direction, where once it's finished rotating, it will now face towards the dining hall, and you can use the cannon as a fast travel to drop directly in front of the knights in the dining hall. And for the rest of the game, you can change the direction of the cannon back to spawn or to the dining hall, but in terms of distance, it makes sense to keep it facing spawn. But there is more to this side Easter egg beyond just changing the cannon's direction, as the cannon can actually launch you towards the bell tower in the spawn room, but in order to do that, you need to spend 50,000 points. Now, in order for this cool Easter egg to happen, you need to use the cannon once you've reattached the crank 100 times. I wish I could say I was joking, but this is genuinely how you activate this, and in a solo game, this took me over an hour. So whilst I speed up the footage of me using the cannon 100 times, this allows me to quickly tell you about this video sponsor, which is PC Game Pass. This is an incredible monthly subscription designed for PC players to play high-quality PC games, including Black Ops 6, as well as a huge library of other high-quality titles, including day one access to brand new games when they launch. The subscription is only $9.99 a month, but to celebrate the holiday period, there is a special offer where you can get a 14-day trial of Game Pass for only £1 or $1. To find out more about PC Game Pass, click the link in this video's description. After an hour of using that cannon, on your 100th use of the cannon facing towards the spawn room, instead of it launching you towards the tavern roof, it will actually launch you towards the bell tower, launching you into the bell itself. Your character will bounce off the bell tower, landing back in spawn, with the bell dropping 2 monkey bombs on the ground. The bell tower now will also be ringing, which acts as a map-wide monkey bomb, attracting all of the zombies towards the bell tower and lasts for 30 seconds. Once the ringing has stopped, the Easter egg will be over, and that is all you get for spending 50,000 points launching yourself out of the cannon 100 times. But this next Easter egg will allow you to share your points with the rest of your team in the game via a wishing well in the village. In order to do this, you first need to have the Vulturade perk equipped, and during a special round, make your way to the wishing well in the upper village, and with Vulturade equipped, you will notice a vermin will climb out of the well. Once that's happened, if you cook a grenade grenade and throw it into the wishing well, it is going to spit out 1,000 free points. After this, if you go up to the wishing well and press your interact, you'll be able to throw in 100 points a time with a max limit of 10,000 points. These points will be stored in the wishing well like a bank, but you won't be able to access them until the following special round. Or if a player cooks a grenade in the wishing well on a special round, it will spit out those points again, allowing you to share them with your team. However, there is a really cool trick where you can actually double your points, getting 10,000 points for absolutely free. And all you need to do is input the max limit of points that can be stored in the wishing well being 10,000, and then on the next special round, cook a grenade to spit those 10,000 points back out, and then activate a double points power up. When you pick up your points, you will now notice you'll get your 10,000 points back and an additional 10,000 on top. And if you do this in co-op combined with the profit sharing gobblegum, everyone in your game will also gain the 20,000 points. This next Easter egg spawns fireballs that act as protection against the zombies. In order to activate this, around the map are 4 fireplaces that you want to light up in quick succession, either using a charged fire sword or Molotov cocktails. One of these fireplaces can be found in the sitting rooms by Stamina, another fireplace can be found in the alchemical lab under this table, and the third one can be found in the dining hall. Once you've got all 3 inside the castle, there is one more you have to get to, but you need to be quick, as it's located in the tavern, and the quickest way to get there is using the cannon back to spawn. Once you're inside, you want to go ahead and use your fire sword or a Molotov on this fireplace, and if done correctly, you'll see a set of fireballs come out of the fireplace. These fireballs will fly around near the last fireplace you activate and will take down most of the zombies in the round for you before disappearing. Once gone, you can reactivate this Easter egg a few rounds later, as you'll have to wait for the kindling to reappear inside of each fireplace. For this next side Easter egg, it will reward you with a legendary GS45 pistol guaranteed, as well as being one of the most impressive set pieces for a side Easter egg. To activate this Easter egg, you have to be playing as the Maya operator. If you go upstairs in the dining hall, to the left of Vault Trade will be this table with a radio on it. As Maya, you will get some in-game dialogue, and then after that, you can interact with this door, which will take you into a secret room. Within this, you'll be making your way down a very tight, narrow cellar where you're going to have a ton of vermin spawns that you'll want to take out before progressing further down the hallway. Eventually, you'll be led into a much bigger room where you'll have a doppelgast to take down, and then at the very end of the room will be a elite version of the doppelgast called Laurent that will be waiting for you. Once you've taken down the elite boss, there will be a key that you can pick up, and if you make your way to the end of the room, you'll be able to interact with the key, removing the door lock and allowing you to proceed down this staircase towards a really cool in-game cutscene. I won't spoil it for anyone that hasn't yet seen it, so you can experience it in-game, but after a 1 minute and 20 cutscene, you'll be put back into the map and you'll be given 150 salvage as well as a legendary GS45 pistol. Unfortunately, it isn't the overpowered akimbo variant that everyone uses, but it is still a really awesome reward to get early on if you're playing as Maya. Next, there are 8 free power-ups around the map, with several of them being extremely useful at different moments in your game. The first one is an insta-kill that can be found in the spawn room by walking down these stairs towards the tavern cellar, and if you look up towards the sewer on the scaffolding in the right corner will be the insta-kill power-up. For a free nuke power-up on Nature Path past Deadshot Daiquiri, if you look up towards this edge of the castle wall, tucked away right there is going to be a nuke power-up. For a free max ammo, if you make your way to the upper village where Speed Cola is, inside of this window is the max ammo power-up that if you shoot will spawn a free max ammo. For a free max armor, make your way into the entrance hall and up the stairs in front of the dragon statue. Directly on the ceiling, you'll see the max armor power-up. Shoot that to spawn a max armor. For a free double points, make your way into the alchemical lab, and inside of this window barrier, tucked away to the left side on the shelf, you will see the double points power-up. For a free bonus points, make your way into the undercroft, and behind this sofa, you will see the bonus points drop that if you shoot will spawn a free bonus points. And for a free full power, you want to shoot the full power symbol above this roof in the dining hall. And the 8th and final free power-up, a Firesale, can only be activated once you've activated all the 7 other power-up Easter eggs, where if they haven't all been activated and you come up to the wishing well, there won't be anything in there. But if you have activated all the other power-ups, a Firesale power-up will be waiting for you in the wishing well. No Zombies map would be complete without its own music Easter egg, and to activate this, there are 3 Mr. Bunny's headphones around the map that you need to activate in any order. The first can be found on this table here in the tavern. The second pair of headphones can be found going from upper village up towards the castle. If you take the pathway and then immediately take a right towards the back walls, you'll notice on the ground will be another set of headphones. The third and final set of Mr. Peak's headphones can actually be found within this duffel bag on this sofa in the undercroft. Just hold your interact button, and if you've activated the remaining headphones, the music Easter egg Slave by Kevin Sherwood will begin to play. But that's not the only music Easter egg, because there is actually a second hidden music Easter egg, and in order to activate this, you're going to need the Caliburn Dragon Fire Sword. Once the sword is fully charged, if you make your way up to the 3 braziers around the map that you originally used to get the dragon sword and hit each of them with your fully charged fire sword, you will relight the braziers. One of them is in the spawn, a second is on the nature path just from the spawn, and the final one can be found on the village ramparts next to the cannon. And once all 3 are lit, you will have the music Easter egg Caliburn playing inside of your game. And how could a side Easter egg video be complete without the classic pool table Easter egg, where if you shoot the balls on the pool table in the upstairs of the tavern, you will get 100 points for free.